You're exposed to your first optional quest in Persona 5 Tactica fairly early into the game, shortly after saving Anne from Lady Marie's spell. These quests aren't necessary to finish the story, but they're an intriguing challenge that offer rewards you'll definitely want to snag. For the first quest, you'll need to bring Anne along and have her help defeat every enemy on the board in a scant 2 turns. The other 2 Phantom Thieves are up to you, but as long as you're comfortable with breaking enemy cover and using triple threat attacks, Quest 1 in Persona 5 Tactica will be a breeze. You'll have a relatively limited party selection for this quest. The only requirement is that Anne must be in your party. The other 2 Phantom Thieves are left to your choice, but whoever has unlocked multi-target, large-range moves in their skill tree will be pivotal. Morgana's sweep skills may come in handy here for moving enemies within range, as sweep skills can cause enemies to bounce over cover and into your line of sight. Additionally, Joker will be able to inflict a significant amount of damage with his despair moves, especially since the range on even the most basic skill is enough to cover the enemies in this quest. Serving as your introduction to quests in Persona 5 Tactica, Quest 1 is arguably the simplest of these tough, optional tasks you'll come across. The goal here is to defeat all enemies in 2 turns, but the caveat is that a few more appear between turns 1 and 2. The enemies on the field will be hiding behind 2 separate sections of cover, which will require some careful attacks to get them out so that your other thieves can hit them on their turn. The key to doing this is using multi-target elemental attacks, which can be accessed by each thieve's skill tree to break enemy cover. Whoever has the strongest multi-target attack, have them use powerful Ma level moves on both groups of legionnaires on the field. Doing so will remove them from cover and leave them exposed, allowing for your other 2 teammates to follow up by attacking these legionnaires when they're not behind cover and gain 1 more attacks. Without them, you'll likely not reach the quest's goal in your allotted time. It doesn't matter which of the thieves you've bought, adjust your persona attacks before casting them, and be sure you're hitting as many legionnaires as possible. Some of the single target moves have a wide enough range, but multi-target is typically the easiest way to go. Regardless of whether you've knocked out the first batch of legionnaires on your first turn, more legionnaire reinforcements arrive before turn 2, meaning you'll need to knock these ones out in just a single turn. Thankfully, their HP isn't the highest, as enemies in the first quest, making them especially susceptible to triple threat attacks after you've done enough individual damage. Once you've got a triple threat attack ready, make sure you use it as the last move of your turn for the sake of using the few remaining thieves to do as much damage to the legionnaires as possible beforehand. And when you pull off the triple threat, ensure that the little skull icon is next to the legionnaire's HP gauge. This is a surefire way to know your attack will KO the enemy. So ensure that you're carefully planning your 1 more attacks and triple threats on this quest. Dealing enough outright damage is the key. Lay the hurt on these legionnaires, and Quest 1 of Persona 5 Tactica will be over before you know it. So that's a guide on how to beat the first optional quest in Persona 5 Tactica. I've been Luke Gould, thanks for watching, and check out thegamer.com for more.